The Air Force Academy water polo team begins its 53rd season of competition, ranked 19th in the country. Today the Falcons will take on the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays in the Rare Air Challenge. Good morning, everyone, from the newly refurbished Cadet Natatorium. I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with my broadcast partner. He ranks 4th in the all-time career list in saves per game average, and his 252 saves last season is 6th best in a season in Air Force history. It helped the Falcons to a 23-12 record, 2nd best wins in school history. It is a pleasure to welcome to the microphone 2nd Lieutenant A.J. Kuipers. And I got to tell you, A.J., it's going to be hard for me to call you by your first name. I have to call you Lieutenant. So.
Well, hey, Jeff, I appreciate being here. This is great. Great to watch some Air Force water polo. So, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this year's team. 23-12, 2nd best winning record outside of the 1991 team that went 24-8 to the NCAAs. Obviously, they have lost some key players, you being one of them. Grant Snyder, what more can we say about him? And we'll say a lot about him before it's over. How do they make the adjustments?
You know, they just got to trust their coaches and trust their leadership. Ian Christie, number 4, and Kaito Ham, they're the 2 key team captains this year, and so just leaning on them and trusting what they know, I think they can make it pretty far this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to talk a little bit about Ian Christie because he has a chance to make some history before his career is over as we are underway with the opening sprint. Falcons going left to right as we look at him in the pool. Lucas Smith will be in goal, 10-0 last year. As A.J. mentioned, Kaito Ham and Ian Christie, the co-captains, wearing caps number 3 and 4. Jake Dixon with 48 points last year in the 5 cap. Number 8, Jacob Yee, 70 points. That was 3rd best on the team. Cole Copperrood gets a start, 49 points in 2022. And making his Air Force Academy debut, Tom Leggett, a freshman. He is wearing number 11. AJ, you talked to me about him at practice. You really like this guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to do great things for Air Force water polo. He's got a lot of potential, and so we look forward to what he's got.
Well, of course, it's going to be a whole new world out here, as here is a shot in the first save of the year. And so the Falcons will come on the attack as we are just underway here at the newly refurbished Cadet Natatorium. Put in some lights, it looks a lot brighter in here.
Indeed, yeah.
And hopefully it'll result in the outstanding home record that the Falcons have had over the years. This is a team that has won 40 games in the last 2 seasons. Ryan Brown, the head coach, there's a shot.
Just wide of the cage.
And it goes a little bit wide as they retrieve the ball. Johns Hopkins, series record, Air Force leads it by the score of 4 games to 1. The Blue Jays last year went 11-27. And in the early going, AJ, it looks like the Air Force D doing pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. Lockdown defense right now. Luke in the cage.
Ryan Brown, 64-63, is head coach of the Falcons. He took over the reins in 2018. Cole Copperrood trying to get it down in the low water. Attempted backhand. That didn't go well. And also a double team. That might have interfered with the shot a little bit.
Yeah.
Falcons, of course, it's going to be a brand new year in a lot of ways. Not only do they have
steal
to
by Jacob Yee.
Yeah, Jacob Yee with the steal.
With Tom Leggett up on the counterattack. Along with number 4, Ian Christie. Oh.
Christie was out on the right side, but the ball is taken away. A little bit of a shaky start maybe for the Falcons offensively, but at least the defense has come to form.
That's for sure.
Blue Jays are on the right side. Here come the Falcons as they bring that defense out. Ian Christie going to cover his man as they work the ball to the right side. That'd be the 5 spot. Trying to get in that 2 meters. And I think we're looking at maybe, well, no, they get a fresh set as the referees Has 27 the shot clock. I think what they're looking at, AJ, as I watched one of the officials walk to the scores table, I think they're looking to see how much time was on the shot clock. I thought they still had 3 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, I think the shot clock was reset too early, so they're putting it back to what it was.
All right, well, they're saying it's at 10 seconds, so Johns Hopkins has it in the 2-meter line. Now they back out, cross pool pass, 50-50 ball, and Falcons are going to come away with it. That's Cole Copperrood, who's going to come down the right side of the pool. Centering it now. Jacob Yee with a touch. Winds up,
Jacob
gets
Yee
inside that 2-meter line, fires and scores, and Jacob Yee has the first goal of the year for Air Force.
There we go.
Good start. What are the Falcons going to be stressing this year, AJ, offensively and defensively? Over the years, I've known them to be defense, and I'm sure that's not going to change.
Definitely
but what changes at all are they going to be making as far as offense and defense?
I mean, I think in terms of offense, they're going to have to adjust to some of the new teammates, the new freshmen, just seeing how their play styles fit into our offense, and just really focusing on the fundamentals here. Staying calm, having our legs strong, and just making the smart passes.
There's a shot, hits the top of the crossbar, long ball, and I think Ian's got it. Ian Christie with the rebound. Back to Ian. Ian, who's in the top 10 in career scoring, but where he has a chance as this shot is blocked. Nice play. So the Jays, who have a bunch of underclassmen, I think they've suited up 17 freshmen on this club. Only 4 seniors, and they are giving the Falcons a little bit of a test with the first 4 minutes gone in the first period.
Definitely. Might be some first game jitters, but I think.
I would agree. Yeah. What is it like, that first game? I mean, you practice against each other, and then you do it for real. What is that like? 2 seconds, 1 second, are going to relinquish the ball.
Yep.
First game jitters. Let's talk about that, AJ. What is that for the team? What is everybody thinking?
I think Coach had an interview last week saying how we don't get a ton of training time before season actually starts, since we have a pretty regimented summer for a military academy. But I think all we can do is have trust in our teammates and our coaches. The first game is always nervous, but I think we'll get into it here in a couple quarters.
Well, I think AJ, you said something that's very, very key. Trust.
Yep.
That's basically why you're here. It's trust not only on the athletic field or pool, if you will, as that shot goes wide, but you trust each other in combat situations or whenever you're assigned somewhere. And
Definitely.
I think that's a very key word, and I think that is something that's kind of been the mantra of Air Force, not
Definitely.
only athletics, but off the field as well. Here's Ian Christie.
Jacob Yee.
And Jacob get another one. Boom, there's the second score.
That's 2 for Jacob right off the bat.
Jacob's got 2 on the day, and the Falcons lead it by the score of 2-0 at the 2:54 mark here in period number 1. Massive substitutions coming in for Air Force right now. We'll get a chance to pick up some of their cap numbers.
We got number 6, Sam De La Cruz, coming in, along with number 18, Colin Chase, and new freshman, number 2, Jack Richards.
I got a feeling in talking to Coach Ryan Brown at practice, he's really going to be putting the onus, if you will, or not the onus maybe, but the freshmen are going to get some looks.
Definitely. Yeah, we got a pretty strong class coming in here, so see what we can do to utilize them and get some wins on the year.
Ball is knocked away as the Blue Jays. There's a nice outlet
Nice
pass.
pass from Lucas Smith to Jack Richards, taken away by Johns Hopkins.
Boy, they had a look there.
Yeah.
Blue Jays may be better than their record indicates. I mean, that was last year, and that's All for naught now. Here's a shot. That is banked in and a score. It's now 2-1. First score for the Blue Jays.
That seems like it was reflected off some shot blocks there.
It still counts. So it is 2-1 here in the first period. Sixth meeting of the series between Johns Hopkins and the Falcons as Ian Christie has possession of the ball. And he's getting a little pressure near mid-pool. Lobs it down low. There may be a look right there. And he gets away.
Gets the 5-meter penalty.
Yep.
That's great. That's good offensive work by freshman Tom Leggett.
And he is going to get the first penalty shot of 2022 and a chance to make his first goal as an Air Force Academy cadet, and he does just that. Welcome to water polo, young man.
It's got to feel good. First career goal.
For sure. So Leggett makes it a 3-1 game in favor of the Air Force Academy Falcons. Jeffrey Orman, A.J. Kuipers here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy, the Rare Air Challenge. And even though I don't really have anything to back it up, this has got to be one of the biggest preseason tournaments in the
with a lob attempt.
In the country. Yeah, that was a lob shot, and that didn't go anywhere. So.
Yeah, this tournament is always great every year. Really special, has great meaning behind it. Some great competition as well. So.
Oh yeah, they bring in a lot of club teams. Army is here, Army West Point. Here is Ian Christie with a swim move. Still holding on to the ball, 7 on the shot clock, shot a little bit high, and it'll go right back to the Jays. Army West Point is here with their club team. They were here last year. Got to pick up the pace a little bit. Here's a pass that might be a little bit long. And can Air Force force the turnover? The ball is in the...
Ian Christie is excluded.
All right,
it's a 6-on-5 play.
Yep.
Timeout by Johns Hopkins.
And we'll take one as well with 57 ticks of the clock in the first period. Air Force leads it by the score of 3-1. You're watching Air Force Academy Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium at the 57-second mark in period number 1. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Second Lieutenant A.J. Kuipers. Rare Air Challenge, opening game of the season for the Air Force Academy Falcons. And so far, A.J., what have you seen offensively and defensively from the Falcons?
You know, I think it's a little shaky start on offense for the Falcons, but like I said, just that first game jitters. Their defense has been strong, though. That's what they got to lean on, you know. They got, like we were saying, we got to trust that defense.
Yep. Trust. 15 on the shot clock, and there's a shot.
Ooh,
partially
shot
blocked, 50-50 ball. I think the Falcons have had it. They try to get double teamed inside the 2-meter line, but the Falcons are going to clear.
Number 7, David Brown recovers that ball. Passed down to Bruce Kim, number 20.
Here is Bruce. They try to set up for the middle, and
Jackson
there's a
Carter
shot,
for a
shot, and a score. Jackson Carter.
Let's go, boys.
There's the Air Force offense that we know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think, you know, we talked about the opening game jitters, AJ, you mentioned that, but I think once they start getting the momentum and they remember how it's done, Yeah, they could get nasty.
Yeah.
They could get nasty. Johns Hopkins with the ball. They try to go down in the low water. There's a shot that's off the left side of the post, or the right side, depending on which side you're standing on, I suppose. And here's David Brown. Throws a long one at the end of the pool, and that is the end of period number 1. At the end of 1, Air Force 4, Johns Hopkins 1. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Getting ready to start period number 2. Recapping the scoring for the Air Force Academy Falcons. Jacob E. with 2. Tom Leggett with 1. And Jackson Carter with 1. And that's where we stand as we get the second quarter sprint. The first quarter sprint was won by Jack Richards. And it looks like we're going to have a switch up maybe on the... Or is it Jack in the getting ready for the second quarter sprint? I'm not exactly sure. It was hard to see from up here, but
Yeah, I think Jack's taking the sprint for this one.
okay, he did take a.
Tom Leggett took
Tom
the first
Leggett,
one.
I beg your pardon. Well, Air Force is now 2-0 on the sprints with
There
two
we go.
different sprinters. Let's see how the Falcons will deploy here in the second quarter as we try to pick up the cap numbers for you. David Brown is in there. Ian Christie. We mentioned Leggett here as a steal by the Blue Jays. That is number 10, Jason Malahal-Palitz. Long down pool pass. Jays working from the right side, the 5 spot. That's a left-hander. That's usually where you want to post him, is in that 5 spot, AJ.
Yep.
I guess according to the basics of water polo, you want to get your best shooter on the side that he shoots best, obviously.
Exactly.
Trying to go low is David Brown, and it's going to be a foul, and Falcons will retain. They still have plenty of time on the shot clock. Here is Ian Christie with the ball.
Exclusion.
There's a shot sideline, up and good. And yes, it's going to count.
That was number 5, Jake Dixon, the shot and goal.
Falcons are up 5-1 now as they have a 3-goal run here. Falcons, as we mentioned, have won 40 games in the last 2 seasons. Here's a steal by Air Force. This is Ian Christie, who's going to paddle it up. He's got a 2-on-2. Is he going to relinquish? Is he going to fire? He's going to fire. It's high. It's going to be pulled down by the goalie. The Nyack. Ball is knocked to the side in the 5-meter spot. Air Force has it. Again, that defense, AJ. I mean, you got to give a lot of kudos to AJ. Oh, they've got a good look
Jackson
here.
Carter.
Blocked. Oh, the goalie's playing tough. Nyack, and I'm hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He's been a beast the last 2 times down the pool. A 50-50 ball. Falcons come up with it. Now I think right now it's just, we talked about it a little bit earlier, settle down, run your offense.
Yep. Go back to the fundamentals.
Yep. Whereas a basketball coach once said, don't throw me. Don't throw me.
Oh, pass.
Backhander. And that is going to go awry. Is that Jacob that tried that, look like? Or Kaido?
That was Kaido Ham.
Yeah, Kaido Ham. Now he'll be back on defense as the Falcons really tighten it up on a man-to-man. Here's a steal by Air Force. They've got
Jackson Carter. Got a good amount of steals this game so far.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty solid.
Got Jack Richards in the middle. To Ian Christie, number 4.
Oh, that was like stealing. That was like stealing.
Candy from a baby.
Yes, sir. We mentioned that Ian Christie has a chance to make some Air Force Academy history. He is by far and away the all-time assist leader here at the school, 155 assists. And AJ, he has a chance to become the first player in Air Force Academy water polo history to record 200 assists in his career. He's 45 away.
I think that's pretty feasible.
I think he's got it, yeah. He has a chance to probably post an assist record that's not going to be broken for a long time.
That's for sure.
We've never had a player record 200 assists in a season, and Ian Christie has an opportunity to do exactly that. Some tight defense being played down near center pool. Lob to the left side, a little bit long. 13 on the shot clock as the Falcons will drop back. Now they'll extend. Down inside the 2. I'm not sure that a wild shot.
It's a backhand attempt. Goes wide. Luca recovers the ball.
And here come the Falcons as they go to Bruce Kim. Bruce still in possession. Cole Copperwood chasing it on the right side. 18 seconds on the shot clock. No need to rush. I think that got deflected.
That was an attempt into number 18, Colin Chase, but deflected by Johns Hopkins defender there.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by what I'm seeing by the Jays. They've kept it close. There's a steal. Now the Falcons,
very nice.
Can they turn it on a little bit? Jacob Yee. Lots of time. Not really anybody challenging Jacob. He's going to maybe have a look or maybe wind up and crank one. Why not?
Man, there it is.
Hat trick.
That's 3 for Jacob E.
Yes, sir. Give him the hat. You know, in baseball, after you hit a home run, they have all these goofy caps and hats. And, I think the Falcons ought to do something like that. You know,
we got to adopt some of those traditions, yeah.
What's that?
We got to adopt some of those traditions.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Going right back on defense. The Falcons really starting to put the heat on. Little pressing defense here. 18 seconds. The ball is deflected by Air Force. That's going to be retrieved by Lucas Smith. And here come the Falcons on the counterattack.
Johns Hopkins got a man down, so a 6-on-5 opportunity for Air Force Falcons. Coach Ryan Brown calls a timeout.
That came right after the goal. So it'll be Owen Bartlett, who I think is being called. And do we have a timeout called? Apparently we do. We're going to go ahead and keep it here because we have a whole bunch of substitutions coming in. Bruce Kim, Kaido Ham is in the pool.
Ian Christie back in.
Ian Christie is back in.
Yeah, this is just a 30-second timeout. So each game you get 3 timeouts that are a full minute and then one that's 30 seconds. So we used our 30-second timeout just to set up our power play here.
Falcons wasting no time in getting the ball in play. Driving inside that 2-meter line. Here's Ian Christie. He already has 1 goal, and also the freshman has 1. There's a shot blocked away.
Tipped by the goalie. Air Force gets the ball back 2 meters.
Nayak has made at least 3 good saves for the Johns Hopkins Jays. There's a shot.
Ooh. Number 11, Tom Leggett. 2nd career goal. It's got to feel great.
Well, the Falcons now, AJ, have scored 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Now they're seeing the offense.
Yeah. Now the Air Force offense is back on.
Kaido Ham will take a breather on the sideline as he comes out of the pool just below us here. I saw one of the greatest signs, AJ, and I think it was not last year, but the year before. Members of his squadron were here, and they held up a sign that said, "We've got the bread, what we want is the ham." I thought that was great.
Oh, that's
and
great.
I think he played pretty well that day, too. As a matter
I
of
bet he
fact.
did.
There's a lob inside. They try to go wide, or try to hit the corner, but that's going to go wide.
We always appreciate our cadet support here at Air Force Auditorium.
Tell me what it was like when you played Navy.
Wow, that was a surreal moment for sure.
Oh, I mean to tell you it was. And somebody you know was my color commentator. Nice tap in. They had the goalie leaning to the right.
That was a goal by number 18, Colin Chase.
And Colin Chase saw the opening and put it in the can.
It's a great assist pass by number 8, Jacob Yee.
UC Davis won their opening match today as they took on Redlands. Confirm the final score for you. It was 29-7. UC Davis ranked 5th in the country. Falcons get them tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty strong program they got.
I'm going to tell you what, that could be the game of the tournament for Air Force.
It definitely could be.
That'll be fun. I just remember that match with Navy, getting back to that. This place was insane.
Yeah. I mean, the stands were packed. It was loud. Energy was flowing. It was, like I said, it was just a surreal game, and I was just happy to share it with my teammates.
Cole Copperwood takes a pass from Bruce Kim, number 20. This is number 10, Cole Copperwood. They try to get that low, and it is knocked away. Turnover. Bruce had a look, but getting some hands in the lane there and causing a bit of a distraction.
For sure.
The color commentator for that is a Naval Academy graduate who I think you might know. Want to give a shout out to Mike Kuipers. Mike, hope you're watching, and I got my wingman here today. We're going to have fun, I'll tell you that.
I can say hi, Dad.
Yeah, there you go. You can say hi, Mom. I mean,
Hey, Mom. Yeah.
Let's give everybody a shout out here. Ball is an errant pass. Falcons take it over. Falcons on a 7-goal run right now as they lead it by the score of 9-1.
Bruce Kim with the ball, looking for a shot.
And he got
a
it.
goal. There we go.
Bruce with his first goal of the 2023 campaign. I think Bruce was one of my commentators last year, if I'm not mistaken. I had a bunch of them up here.
Yeah, well, Bruce Kim takes the Air Force to a 9-goal lead here in the second period with 1:30 to go.
I I guess it would be safe to say that in some ways the score might be a little deceiving, a little bit of a shaky start for Air Force, but we got to give credit to the Blue Jays. They were playing some nasty D, and now the Falcons are starting to
break that down a little bit.
A little bit, yes. Get the burn, I guess, is what they say in the pilot training, I think. They're not going to relinquish defensively, I'll tell you that. There's now they're going to call a foul, and that's on Leggett. Ball goes back to the Jays.
We got a new player in here for Air Force Falcons, number 22, Alex Zarku, I believe.
Well, Alex is another freshman, a fourth classman. Had a chance to meet him on A-Day. Met his family, as a matter of fact. And I think he's excited. I think he's a setter by trade.
Yep. Pass goes wide to Jackson Carter for a shot and a goal. That makes it 11-1, Air Force Falcons.
And for Jackson Carter, I think I have him for a goal. So that should be number 2 if I'm keeping track correctly.
That's correct.
I'm missing somebody, but 10-goal lead for the Air Force Academy Falcons. And the Falcons are just not letting up. They're just going to, they're little pop in the chops there as Leggett got one. I think he was looking for something. There's an opportunity, skip shot, and the long drought is finally broken by the Jays as they make it an 11-2 game. Didn't quite get the number on that shot, but here are the Falcons as they will get possession of it. Falcons coming on the attack with David Brown being in the pool.
Looks like Air Force Falcons will run an after-goal play here.
Ryan Brown saying we don't want to show too much in this tournament because he's thinking about that little school in Annapolis. That another nice block by the goalie for Johns Hopkins, and that is going to do it for the half as Nyack closes it out with a block. Falcons rolling 11-2. We'll take a look at some halftime stats and some other news as well when we return right after this. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. by the score of 11-2, and so far Jacoby has a hat trick after scoring 3 in the first half. Let's run down some news and notes about the Air Force Academy Falcons in 23. The Falcons will be on the road or neutral site for 26 of the 32 matches that they play. Now that is the longest stretch since 2010 when the Falcons were home for only 2 of 31 matches. The Falcons hope to extend their win streak to 4 as far as home openers are concerned. And for Air Force, I think, just something we just brought up with the Falcons being on the road for so many road games, I think that's going to affect the team. They're going to get used to the road, yeah, but I mean, when you're not sleeping in your own bed, I have to believe, AJ, that could take a toll a little bit.
Yeah, you're not familiar with the hotel, the different pools, all the accommodations, so it definitely takes some getting used to. But we got some great support from the Air Force facility, so I think they'll be all right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I'm sure the tutors will be busy on the road as well, so got to keep the academics up, which was always a problem for me.
And we're off.
All right, here we go. Third quarter sprint. This could be, the Falcons are now 3-0 in the sprint. Yeah. Ian Christie's in the pool. It looks like maybe the starters from the first half are back in.
Looks like it.
There's Kaito, who had the ball. Looks it off to the left side to Jack Richards. Down in the white water, and there's a takeaway by the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. Falcons, of course, will have a game later on this afternoon.
I think they play Redlands, correct?
Yep, I believe that's correct. And then probably the game of the tournament for them will be tomorrow. I think it's the first game, as a matter of fact, when they play UC Davis, and they've had a long drought against that team.
Indeed.
Davis ranked 5th in the country, and that opening game pretty much showed you why. They have some firepower.
They got a really strong program going on over there.
There's a shot down low, a shot to score.
Number 3, Kaito Ham, finishes it away.
Well, the co-captain gets on the board now. Always nice. Falcons up by the score of 12-2 as we start third quarter action. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with AJ Kuipers at the Cadet Natatorium. For those of you that haven't visited it yet, you're going to see a new look. It's a lot brighter. We've got new lights that have been installed. The deck looks a little bit brighter.
Yep.
But hopefully, let's just hope the Falcons keep that home tradition going. Our house, our victory. So there you go.
That's for sure.
You come in our house, we're going to punch your face in. Okay, so much for that. All right. Tipped away. 21 on the shot clock. Try to go down low, try to backhand it, diving stop, good play, and Lucas Smith. All right, AJ, this man backed you up, Lucas Smith. Let's break him down a little bit. What do you see? A little bit about him.
Yeah, Luca, he's a strong goalie in there. He's got great fundamentals. That's Ian Christie with a shot and goal.
That's his second of the day.
But yeah, no, Lucas Smith, I think he's only a sophomore this year, so he's got a bright future ahead of him, a lot of potential, and I think he could do great things for our team here.
He is from Redlands, California, and of course backed you up last year, as we mentioned.
Yep.
There's a attempt. That slips away. Ball will be picked up by the aforementioned Lucas Smith.
Long pass down to Jake Dixon for a counterattack.
Let her fly, son. Oh, no.
Pass to Tom Leggett.
How about
Put it
that?
back in the net. That's goal number 3 for freshman.
It sure is. Not bad for your first game as an Air Force Academy Falcon. Leggett is wearing a hat trick. Got to get a hat. I'm telling you right now. You got to get a hat for these guys. You're going to have a hat trick, wear something. And if I know athletes, they'll come up with something goofy.
Oh, for sure. Some big sombrero or something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that might work. Yeah, one of those oversized hats or something, you know. What they need to find is somebody make a big old cap that's just oversized. Nice play by Smith in front of the net. Pardon me, looking for a call.
Shuts them down out there in front of the cage.
And Gavin Brook looking for a call, put his hands out like, hey. Falcons continue to roll as they're up by 12.
Kato Ham for a shot. Just goes wide.
Kicked away. I think we've got a change in goal for Johns Hopkins. I want to check that cap number.
That looks like 1A.
All right, that'll be Chris Poisler, I believe. So Poisler will get some playing time now. Probably will play, I'm guessing, the entire second half. Once again, the Falcons with that pressure D. They got to look right in front of the cage, but coming over the back and knocking it away, and I think that's going to be a penalty shot coming.
That is.
And I believe that was Kaidu who is going to be called for it. He came over the back.
Yep.
So it will be Jason Mahalo Palos who will take the penalty shot. And he scores. It's now 14-3 in favor of Air Force. Each side has had a penalty shot, and each side has converted. As we'll have some substitutions coming in for Johns Hopkins. Let's see if anybody's getting out of the pool for Air Force. Nope, looks like everybody's going to stay put.
Yep. Yeah, one of the best things about playing at home is, we have a little bit of advantage with altitude. It's right here on the wall. We got 7,258 feet of elevation. So a lot of teams that we play against are from sea level, so it's a big adjustment for them.
Huge difference. And for
Tom
the
Leggett with
here's
the turn.
a shot. Leggett loses the ball.
Oh.
Had a chance to get his fourth. Oh, well. So let's see. Here's an attempt coming from the blind side. And this Poisler might have been in danger of being blindside and having the ball stolen from him. Here they go to the right side. There's a shot blocked away. Lucas Smith.
It's a great block by Luca.
There's Leggett.
It's a counterattack opportunity here.
Kato. Boom.
Jacob Yee.
Or Jacob Yee, I'm sorry.
Shot and a goal. That makes it 15-3, Air Force Falcons.
And
here comes some substitutions.
Jacob with his fourth goal of the match. So the starters coming out. In comes Jackson Carter. Ian Christie will get a breather. Colin Chase is in. So we'll get the second unit primarily. At the conclusion of the game, AJ and I will be picking our player of the game. I would probably guess that Jacob might be on the leaderboard right now.
I'd say so.
We've had
as
some
well.
good defensive efforts out there too.
Definitely.
Jackson Carter putting a little heat on. Here's a 50-50 ball. Will be taken away by the Falcons. Lucas Smith. 3:05 left to go in period number 3, and the Falcons rolling on their opening game, looking for their fifth straight home opener, their fifth straight opening day win.
David Brown now with the ball. Moves in. Looks for a shot and a goal.
And he got it. How about that? David Brown on the scoring parade. As a matter of fact, it should be his first, I think.
I believe so.
So Nice balanced scoring here. As you mentioned, AJ, the altitude can certainly be a factor here.
Definitely.
And there's wonderful acting job there. Well, I mean, it was a foul. He pulled his arm. So can't fool that one. Tell you, this guy's looking for an Oscar. I mean, every time he gets touched, he's going in these histrionics. You would think his arm's being detached. Jeez. Jackson Carter was defending him.
Late foul call there. Johns Hopkins keeps the ball.
Opening day here at the Cadet Natatorium, the Rare Air Challenge. Shot clock violation. The Falcons will reload and come on the attack again with 2:17 left to play in period number 3. Feet
Pass
down
into
low.
Sam De La Cruz.
Nothing but foul. Have an opportunity here, getting a double team down in that deep water there. Is that Sam? I think Sam was getting some attention.
Yep. Cole Copperwood with the ball for a shot. Ooh.
That's the second time we've seen that ball hit off the side of the post. Long rebound comes to the Blue Jays. Falcons coming back on the attack. Jay's taking a lot of time to me, it seems to me, AJ, and setting up the offense.
They only have 8 seconds and now turned over.
Yeah. I wonder if that's maybe a little fatigue setting in.
Potentially slow down the pace a little bit for them.
Well, that's a pass that is 50-50 ball. Somebody lost a cap.
Looks like a one-on-no-one here for Lucas Smith. Blocked.
How about that?
Great shot. Great block by Lucas Smith.
We've seen that before. Does that look familiar? Those wonderful. That's got to make a goalie feel just awesome when you're one-on-one and the guy can't put it in the can.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. Those are the moments of water polo that really get me amped up, you know.
Yep. Speaking of which, your playing days aren't exactly over. You are playing with a team that's in this tournament.
That's true.
Anthony Tolbert, Grant Snyder, some of your teammates, and some of the alums. It's an old alum. It's an old alum team. You just graduated last year. Listen to me. Yeah. But a little bit about that. How'd that come together? Campbell Harris is on that team. I remember
21
Campbell.
Grad, yeah.
Yep.
And his dad, 1986 grad, Tim Harris. Yeah. Also, our assistant coach Brett Fogelberg is helping out with us as well, 17 grad. So it's a little bit of a alumni / Masters team. Should be fun. Ball taken away by Air Force Falcons.
Is there a lot of trash talking among you guys?
In the Masters?
Yeah.
No, it's all fun. We're just there.
I mean, amongst yourselves, like, jeez, man, you still can't make that.
No, I mean the guys are.
There's a shot to score.
Guys are all pretty nice. Yeah. That was Sam De La Cruz with the shot and a goal.
That should be his first of the match. Sam wearing that number 6 cap.
Yep.
Senior out of La Jolla. Well, when I saw that lineup, I thought that's got to be a fun bunch.
It sure is.
How's everybody as far as being in shape?
You know, I got to be honest with you, Jeff. We were all a little gassed last night. Yeah, I mean, we got Grant Snyder he's living in LA right now, so he's used to the sea level, and I might not be in the best shape water polo wise.
Hit him in the back of the head on the outlet pass, but recovering nicely and coming on the attack. Here's Jackson Carter being pursued by 2 Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And
pass to David Brown.
David Brown
for a foul.
Yep.
And a shot and a goal.
How about that? David Brown, crank it, son.
That's
there you
number
go.
2 for David Brown.
And the Falcons on a 4-goal run.
6 seconds left here in the third period. Let's get another stop for the Air
Probably be
Force
a catch
Falcons.
and shoot. Well, it's been a pretty strong opening day for the Air Force Academy Falcons. There's a long shot, and Luca knocks it away. Luca Smith puts it away, and we have gone 3/4 of the way. Fourth quarter coming up. Falcons rolling 18-3. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is the Mountain West Network. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium. You're watching Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. I had to get that out of the way real quick, AJ,
Yeah.
or I was in big trouble here, you know.
Oh, it looks like we got some new guys here and for Air Force Falcons.
I'm guessing that maybe this might be one of those games where you get to sweep the bench a little bit.
That's for sure.
Nicholas Quenko, a freshman out of Arcadia, California. I see him in the pool. Let's see if we have a change in goal.
We sure do. Liam Marcus,
Okay,
a junior here at the Air Force Academy.
out of Anaheim. So we're going to get some new faces in there with the Falcons leading it by the score of 18-3. I think Ryan Brown's going to have a chance to look at everybody. Falcons are 3-0 on sprints,
Ooh.
and this one will go to Johns Hopkins as the fans to our left give a cheer. We'll pick up some of the cap numbers as we go along. Owen Imasaki is in there. Owen is a freshman. So I think you're going to see pretty much your fourth classman in this one. There's a shot and a score. Head coach Max Schlegel of the Blue Jays in his fourth season. He's a graduate of Loyola Marymount. Pretty good program there in water polo. Matter of fact, they'll be one of the Air Force Academy's opponents in the newly formed West Coast Conference. They just started taking men's water polo in that conference, and the Falcons are part of the transition.
Yep.
Going uptown with some of those schools, I'll tell you. I think Pacific is in that conference. I think they made the Final Four in the NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah, that's a really strong program, UOP. We also got Pepperdine on the schedule.
The Waves of Pepperdine, yep.
As well as San Jose State. Should all be great matches.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. There'll be a foul committed by number 19. That's Matthew Kwan. He's a sophomore. There's a shot. There's a score. And the Blue Jays have now cut it to 18-5 if they have scored the last two. Falcons will play Redlands a little bit later on. Parents Weekend here at the United States Air Force Academy. Robert Morris, the opening opponent for the Air Force Falcon football team. That game is probably well underway right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll have a day on the gridiron like we're having in the pool.
Sure hope so.
Get the knockout early.
Looks like a little reset called by the referees. Brings it back to half.
Falcons looking to start their season at 1-0, and they're in pretty comfortable shape right now. At the conclusion of the game, we will have Ryan Brown, the head coach of Air Force, as our post-game guest, and we are still looking for a possible player, and we've got some candidates, AJ, there's no doubt.
That's for sure.
Really got to look at Jacob Yee.
That's
freshman Tom Leggett, he's had a pretty nice debut.
Yep, that's for sure.
There's a shot high off the bar. We've seen that a couple of times today.
It's recovered by the Air Force Falcons, number 12, Thomas Newell.
Thomas Newell working that ball around. They got to look there, but instead they'll dish. Shot, and that's a little high wide, and might have got it partially deflected. Owen Imasaki, I think, took that last shot.
Yep.
6.5 left to play in regulation here. They try to tip that one in, but to no avail. Liam Marcus will recover. At this point, it's run the offense, give everybody a chance to get some playing time. I think just about everybody's played. Here's a skip shot to no avail, knocked away by the goalie for the Jays.
Still got a 6-on-5 opportunity here for the Falcons.
Yeah, let's get somebody who hasn't scored yet, and that's just about everybody in the pool there. There's a shot and a score right on cue.
There's number 13, Owen. Owen was one of our prep school attendees, and so a little bit of older freshman, but looking to make some good strides in the pool here this year.
Owen gets his first goal of the 23 campaign. Falcons kick it up 19-5 here in the fourth quarter. There's an opportunity.
Ooh,
nice stop in the net.
Big block by Liam Marcus.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you right now, AJ, as we kind of look at it, and I know it's kind of a one-sided match, but if you're looking at the goalie position, and I'm guessing you're looking at that probably harder than anybody else, it looks like, again, you've got two solid players that are performing well.
You know, both Luca and Liam, they got a solid foundation and a lot of potential to go, and so.
Probably had a good instruction from the guy that was up. We'll get a moment, and that'll be coming up here very, very shortly here, as Thomas Newell getting whistled for a foul. He reaches in. They're going to call another foul. I kind of like that reaching myself.
Yeah.
But AJ, how'd you stay involved with the program? I mean, there are a number of second lieutenants who played in various sports and stay here at the academy.
Yep.
How did you stay involved with this program?
Yeah, so part of my my job in the Air Force is to go to pilot training, and while I'm waiting for that to take place, I'm here at the Air Force Academy working in the athletic department, and alongside that, I'm able to take some time and help the team where I can and interact with the guys still. So, I mean, it's definitely a great opportunity.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. What do you miss most about playing on the team?
Oh, you know, Jeff, I really miss the competition. You know, that Navy game was
yes, it was.
was a great representation of that high competition that we have here in Air Force water polo. So.
And in case, folks, you have forgotten, and how could you, it was Grant Snyder who ended it with a penalty shot on this end of the pool. Now, of course, if you're looking at it, it'll be the right side of your screen.
Yep.
Well, somebody finally retrieved the cap. I was seeing a cap floating around for a couple of possessions there, and I think we've got a timeout called. So let's take one as well. 4:05 left to go, 19-5 Air Force on top. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. $19-5 is your score here at the newly refurbished natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Jeffrey Orman along with A.J. Kuipers as the Falcons give everybody a chance here to play. So for a lot of the fourth-classmen, they get their first taste of varsity. The veterans have pretty much done their job today. So the Blue Jays trying to make it a little bit more respectable as they work the right side. Down low, shot, skip shot, and a beauty. Liam Hausenhold scoring for the Jays. Makes it 19-6. Blue Jays with 4 goals in the second half as opposed to 2 in the first. As a fourth-classman, AJ, what do you remember about the biggest difference playing at this level as opposed to what you were playing in high school and possibly club?
Yeah, you know, it's a big transition from high school to college ball. It's a lot faster pace. The guys are a lot stronger, and you can't skip out on those fundamentals that I was mentioning earlier because that's just the basis of it, and those are perfected here in college. So,
right.
Yeah, like I said, it's really fast-paced, and
it's a different world.
Yep, takes some getting used to.
How long does it take? How long does it take before you go, okay, I'm adapting to it now? I mean, a couple of matches, 3 matches, or does it take a season?
You know, it's different for everyone, but I don't know. I think for me, it took about a season to really get used to it. But
I think that one went wide.
Yep. Liam Marcus now with the ball.
Now I'm trying to remember, AJ, was Anthony Tolbert the goalie before you, or was there?
He was indeed.
I thought so. Okay. Wasn't that long ago? Oh, holy cow! Time flies when you're. And Anthony is back here, and
Yeah.
Probably back in goal again.
Yeah, back here for the weekend. Right now he's getting his master's degree in
Oh, wow.
Ohio at AFIT, the master's program with the Air Force.
Very cool.
That was a shot and a goal by number 17, Joey Shell. Makes it 20-6, Air Force Falcons.
Well, Ryan Brown just below us here, applauding the effort. Even though I have no way of making it official, I'm trying to find out who hasn't scored for Air Force right now. It's been that day. The Falcons got off to a little bit of a slow start, and we got to give the Blue Jays some credit with that, as this one is knocked away. Liam Marcus, a second-classman out of Anaheim, listed on your program as 6'170". That one didn't go. And it's been an Air Force day. Maybe the first 4 minutes, 5 minutes, first quarter, everybody getting their, I hate to say sea legs, I'd probably get in trouble for that, but there's a shot and a score.
That's number 2 for number 13, Owen. Remind me of his last name. Owen Imasaki.
Is that Owen Imasaki? Well, Redlands will be the next appointment, next opponent rather, and appointment, I guess, at 4:30. Mountain Daylight Time here. Well, they're having a hard time finding that ball. That one, did it break the plane? I think he saved it just in time before it broke the plane. Nice play by Liam Marcus. That one was rolling towards the goal.
Exclusion on the Jays.
Bang, another score.
That's a new goal scorer for number 14, Jonah. I don't know his last name, unfortunately, but that's a fourth-class freshman right there.
Jonah Vanderveen out of Dana Point, California. So the freshman getting on the board. So, Jonah, your first goal as an Air Force Academy Falcon. Nice debut.
Definitely.
And as we mentioned a little bit earlier in our broadcast, AJ, a lot of these freshmen are going to be counted on. They're not going to be sitting there collecting dust.
That's for sure.
66 seconds left to go in regulation. There's a lob down low, but that's not going anywhere. Marcus will clear. 51 seconds left to play. Falcons, another opening day win.
I think it's safe to say we got the win on this one.
Nicholas Quenko with the ball, and probably just burn off a little bit of time right now. They have 9 on the shot clock, but I don't think anybody's really excited about that. Now they're saying hurry up, and he lets it fly from the one end of the pool to the other, and the shot clock runs out, and it'll be a turnover to the Jays. Excuse me.
20 seconds left in regulation time. Taken away again by
Nice
Liam
play.
Marcus. And I think they're going to...
Yeah, they're just burning out now. So the Falcons are going to win their home opener by the score of 22-6 to get off to a good start in the 2023 Rare Air Challenge. There is your final. The Falcons, ranked number 19 in the country, come away with a 22-6 win over the Johns Hopkins Jays. We'll have our post game coming up next. You're watching Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. 22-6 is your final here at the Cadet Natatorium, the opening game of the Rare Air Challenge. Falcons have now won 5 consecutive home openers. And the Falcons, after kind of a slow start, and probably a lot of that due to the Jays' efforts out there, they finally get on a roll and they win it by the score of 22-6. Our player of the game, Jacob Yee, a 4-goal performance today. Jacob, a great opening start for the Falcons this year.
Yeah, it really was. We just wanted to start the season off strong. We've done a lot of prep leading up to this first game. We just really wanted to set the tone for the rest of the season, the rest of the tournament. And, it was a little slow at the beginning, but we just tried to get our feet under ourselves, and then I think we did a good job.
As we were saying during the broadcast, I think the Blue Jays had something to do with it because they were starting to D up a little bit. But once you got that momentum, once you got that rhythm going, things just fell into the slots.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we have the advantage, right? We're at altitude, so, sure, teams will start out strong, but, once the altitude kicks in, we have that advantage. So we just keep countering, play good defense, and that's all we can hope for.
How much is being relied on, now that Grant has graduated, on people like you and the rest of the team to pick up that slack a little bit? You had a hat trick in the first half. You finished with 4 goals on the day. Not a bad start.
Not a bad start. Yeah, no, Grant was big last year, as everyone knows. But we just hope everyone just elevates their game, Sure, he's a big piece, but I think as a collective, we can still be just as good, if not better, than last year. If we just keep working hard and pushing each other at practice.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jacob, a good way to start. I'm going to let you celebrate with your teammates. You're going to have a little bit of a break before you get the second game, so
Indeed.
Congratulations. Jacob B., our player of the game, 4 goals on the morning. Good job today.
Thank you. Appreciate
Falcons
it.
1-0 and 23 as they win the first game by the score of 22-6. I'm going to pass it over to A.J. Kuipers here for just a moment, as Ryan Brown obviously has a few things going after the match. So, A.J., I'll just break it down. How did you see it today?
Yeah, I mean, great effort by Air Force Falcons. Like you said, slow start, but just getting used to those first game jitters, and then really taking it away from there, using our strong offensive from, Jacob Yee, Ian Christie, our new freshman, Tom Leggett, and that lockdown defense that we have and focus on so dearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it results in a 22-6 win. So before we break, we have to thank our Falcon Vision crew, Brandon Idle, Zach Andre, Noah Bow, and Rob Parrish. Welcome back, our director today. Rob doing a tour at Northern Colorado, and he is back in the home fold, and that means he and I will probably have a lot of laughs together as we have done in the past. Well, we thank you so much for viewing our broadcast today. Our next match is at 4:30 on daylight time, as the Falcons will be taking on Redlands. Until then, I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with my broadcast partner, A.J. Kuipers, bidding you a very pleasant good day from the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy.